Hello and welcome to the Fermentation Show. I'm your host, Alistair Bird, and today we're going to be talking about the kombucha debate. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, this episode is animated, and that's why my co-host for today is the Australian T-Rex, Trigger.
Good day, Ali. What are we going to be talking about this episode?
Well, today we're going to be talking about the kombucha debate.
The kombucha debate? I've never heard of that before.
Well, Trigger, if you're not a kombucha brewer, chances are you wouldn't have heard about it. It's very simple to understand, however, it's causing a real ruckus in the kombucha world right now. So let's talk about orange juice. Now, there is actually two types of orange juice from concentrate and orange juice that is pressed. Now, the difference between them is simply, one is pure and authentic and the other is not pure. One could say proxy. Now, you may think to yourself, why would someone make orange juice that is not pure? Well, there's one simple answer. Have you guessed it yet? However, this isn't an issue at all, because these cartons are labelled as pressed and from concentrate. This is important so a consumer of that juice who may be drinking it for a vitamin C deficiency can easily tell what one is going to help them more. Now, let's think about this in regards to kombucha. So you may be thinking, with a drink that is known for its health benefits, surely kombucha has to use the same labelling practices. Wrong. Kombucha, as of right now, actually plays by its own rules. Or whatever rules the supermarket wants it to play by. I'd like to introduce you to Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben have just opened separate kombucha breweries, and they both make their kombucha the classic way, and sell it on their own individual websites. Until one day, Bill and Ben are approached by a supermarket scout, looking for new products to... What? Fine. Bill and Ben are approached by a supermarket scout, looking for new products for their stores. The man says, I would like to sell your product and give you £5 million as a signing bonus. However, you have to change the recipe to suit my needs. Now, you may be asking, why would Bill and Ben have to change kombucha? Kombucha is perfect as it is, isn't it? Well, kombucha is alive and can either be slow or energetic, and this can change the consistency of batches made. However, supermarkets need it to look more like this.
But how could they do that to a live product?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So this bottle is full of pure kombucha, and here is a product that you would find in the supermarket. The brown is kombucha, the blue is sparkling water, the red is flavourings, and then there's the green. The green is stevia, and stevia is the nail in the kombucha coffin. So let's take a journey to the gut. This is Jim and Ted, the good gut bacteria. You can thank Jim and Ted for killing all bad bacteria that lives in your gut. Now let's introduce Jim and Ted to some of the stevia found in the supermarket kombucha. Ted, I need backup. Ted? Huh? According to Israeli researchers, stevia can actually stop the healthy gut bacteria from communicating properly. But the proxy kombucha brands will add it anyway, to sweeten the drink, as well as having the ability to say that their drinks use natural sweeteners. This makes it more likely for someone who's buying kombucha for health reasons to purchase their product. Now let's go back to Bill and Ben. Bill tells the man that he got into the business to share the amazing benefits kombucha has, and all he wants to do is supply as many people as possible with authentic kombucha in a dream to heal the world and educate people on how important it is to take care of your gut. What about you? Sign me up. Ben is what we would call a sellout. So what actually is the kombucha debate? Well, let me introduce you to Gary. Gary owns a kombucha brewer called Go Kombucha and is also the leader of a group of kombucha brewers called the Kombucha Revolution, a group that are fighting for fair labelling laws so that the general public knows what they are drinking and if they are indeed buying the real product or not. Gary does this by tackling the issue head on. Hey, you need to comply with UK labelling laws to let the people know that you're not selling real kombucha. Well, I'd say we're making real kombucha. Nuh-uh. Now, the difficulty is defining what kombucha is, and in my opinion, it's a food category, like cake. Here is some coffee cake, and here is some chocolate cake. Both are cake. However, both are made completely different ways. But you can clearly tell what cake is cake by the name of the cake. What you may be thinking is, so both are kombucha, so who cares where I buy from? Well, consider this. Kombucha is trending right now because it is known as a good gut health drink. So to market it as a health drink to get consumers to buy a proxy product is, in my opinion, scummy. And do you know what the worst part is? Some of these big proxy kombucha breweries have head nutritionists. That's right, people to tell you authentic kombucha is great for you, which it is, and then sell you a proxy kombucha that includes ingredients that could hinder gut health. So there is only one thing that these head nutritionists really are, and that is phonies. Now, the official debated question is, should kombucha brands have to state how their kombucha is made? The authentic brewers say to comply with UK labelling laws, kombucha brands must state how their product is made, and the proxy brands say we believe we do comply with these laws and we do not have to say how a kombucha is made. The issue being that there is no official government answer on what makes kombucha kombucha. So why can't the smaller brands just grow their businesses bigger than the supermarket brands? Well, it is pretty much impossible. And why doesn't a smaller brand take on the kombucha giants by taking them to court? Well, on their own, they are no match for the huge legal teams that these supermarket brands have. It is like taking a knife to a tank fight. However, with a group of reputable kombucha owners banding together, hopefully we can make the practice of the supermarket brands more well known. So right now, all hope is lost for buying the real brands of kombucha, right? Wrong. Of course, you can buy authentic kombucha from us at the Freshly Fermented website, but there are also hundreds of other authentic kombucha companies, such as Blighty Brew, Go Kombucha, Sambuca Kombucha, Happy Kombucha, Mighty Brew, Edinburgh Kombucha, Bucci, Twisted Kombucha, Nutra Kombucha, Curious Kombucha, and the list literally goes on. You can find all of these companies' websites in the description down below. All of these brewers sell authentic kombucha that is made the natural way with love. And also, the brands I just mentioned have some incredible flavours, like dark chocolate kombucha, raspberry kombucha, rosé blush kombucha, chili fruits kombucha, cucumber lime and mint kombucha, ginger pineapple and cascade hops kombucha, Korean ginseng kombucha, nettle and rosehip kombucha, ginger and lime kombucha, Kumseko kombucha, and lychee kombucha. There is just so many different flavours missing from the supermarket. At the end of the day, you can drink what you want. The only thing I can do is show you the truth behind these supermarket kombucha brands and let you make your own decision. However, we believe it would be unfair for you not to know the truth about what you are putting into your bodies. And let's face it, it's unfair to the small kombucha brewers trying to spread the word of authentic kombucha to be pushed out of the market by the bigger brands. So what can you do to make sure you're buying the right stuff? Buy from any of these companies. Not only will you be supporting a small business, but you'll also be ensuring that you are getting the real thing. If you want to hear more about the real Kombucha Revolution, head over to the Go Kombucha Instagram. They can explain it a lot better than I could. And while you're on Instagram, head over to the Freshly Fermented Instagram and give us a follow so you never miss any updates about sales or any new trailers for the Fermentation show. So what's your take on the kombucha debate? Leave a comment down below on what you think, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, and to make sure you never miss another episode of the Fermentation show, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Have a good evening.